What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with my final episode of Family of Fiance, season 4, episode 9. Janae and Phillip bottoms up and rock bottom. Before I start, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video that I drop. Y'all make sure we are liking all of the videos so I can stay in the algorithm. Y'all keep me in the algorithm. Y'all like my videos, please. Listen, it just costs free 99 to like my videos. Also, tonight I am going to be live with the Black Girls Den podcast, and we are actually going to be discussing this portion of Family and Fiance on Janae and Phillip, as well as Divorce Sisters. So y'all catch me 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, over around the Black Girls Den podcast. Okay, y'all head over to my community page, click the notification so you can be notified, and I will see y'all tonight at 7:30. Okay, y'all, we gonna get into it. Okay, anyway. Listen, let's talk about Phillip and Janae. All right, so Phillip and Janae met up at a gas station. They traveled a lot. Her family feels like Phillip ain't it, and they basically said, listen, if y'all not on board with us, arrivederci. Okay, that's not what they said, but that's what they said. Y'all ain't gotta be on board with us. We gonna be here with our toxic, because they did say that. Okay, I'm not putting words in nobody's mouth. They did say they was a little toxic. All right, I don't know, we got to work on that because we need healthy. Okay, we don't need toxic. Okay, they just saying that basically if y'all not supportive, then bye bye. So they've engaged a year and a half after dating. Tracy was just listening to them, and she said that their pattern was dysfunctional. I was like, oh my god. So Phillip has divorced and is inconsistent of not seeing his son. I think his name was PJ. He has an ankle monitor to read his alcohol level, so he got a DU. Excuse me, y'all. Sorry, he had a DUI, and they actually gave him an alcohol monitor. So he has alcohol issues. So now he's forced to not drink because the ankle monitor will let them know his levels. And there is a difference between actually not wanting to drink, making a choice to drink, and being forced to drink. So Janae didn't want to stop drinking, but she did support him for 2 months. And I feel like when I look at Janae, I know she wanted to support him, but something tells me she was more like, why do I have to stop my life, and why do I have to stop socially? Because she said she's a social drinker. Have to stop socially drinking, so I can be on board. Like, I get it. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong, but it just felt like she was just like, why do I have to make this sacrifice? I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, listen, when it comes to that lick, okay, I'm not a hard on drinker, but like, I went with my friends to a Mexican restaurant. I ain't have a drink. I didn't get a drink. But then we went back to this Mexican restaurant. I was like, bring me the lick. Bring me the lick. I think I had like 4 drinks. I was knocking them back. It was good too. It was in shots. And I want to say 1 or 2 shots, baby. It was good to me. That was that day. Don't remember the last time. Oh yeah, I do remember that last time I had a drink. That was like Memorial Day weekend. And that's it. And I think I'm going out to eat, so I'll most likely have 1 drink, if that. But I'm not much of a drinker. But when I'm with certain friends, I be like, bring on the leak, okay? Bring me the leak. I'm sorry. So, all right. Focus, Erica, focus. So Janae family arriving. Her son Jameer, y'all, Jameer, and I didn't realize that Philip's brother's name is Tamir. I think I may have wrote it down wrong, but anyway, her son Jameer is coming. Her friend Randy is coming, and her god sister Danielle is coming. Philip, on Philip's side, his mom Michelle, his brother Tamir, and his son PJ. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was so in awe with Philip's son PJ. He just seemed like I'm just a kid. Like, he seemed like the sweetest little kid you can ever encounter. Like, so, but he's able to speak on things and be able to speak up and talk to his dad about the things that he was feeling. So I'm okay with that. So the concerns. So did I say Randy? Oh yes, the friend. Randy's concern is how much they know about each other, and then they both need to cut out the petty. All right, so Tracy said that there was dysfunctional. Randy said they have some petty ways. Y'all always looking a little toxic over there. So Danielle said they need to work on their health and mending the relationship with their kids. Jameer said they need to create boundaries, knowing his family. Jameer wants to get to know his family. PJ wants more of a relationship with his dad. Tamir feels like they need counseling. His mom feels they need personal development and also how Janae can be more supportive with his sobriety. And I just think that's I don't know. I think they want her to completely stop drinking. So the task, Janae, we find out from Philip that Janae can attack and say some mean things. Janae considers going sober. She says that it's not hard for her to stop drinking. Philip doesn't trust Janae as far as emotional support, but he trusts her, as far as fidelity's sake. So Philip said it was 1 a.m. and he heard some noise downstairs. So this is the part where Philip and her daughter got into it, which her daughter isn't there. So Jameer wanted to know, like, what happened between you and my sister. And so he said it was 1:30 in the morning, and it was some noise downstairs. And he said in my woman's household where he's at all the time, he had to write to come downstairs and ask what was going on with all the noise. And he said the person who's receiving it gets an attitude and starts calling him the B word. And I, don't disrespect nobody in their house, okay? He said that's a problem for him, and he feels like it's not being handled on Janae's end, like her daughter just kind of talking crazy. He feels like he feels like there's an issue between Janae and her kids, and that has nothing to do with me. And I just kind of feel like I got a question. Me. How did you come downstairs? What was I'm not saying that he did something. I'm merely asking. Was it like, were they arguing at 1:30 in the morning and you had to come downstairs? Or were they just loudly talking and you came downstairs and you felt like you had to be like, yeah, you need to go? Because I also heard, if I'm not mistaken, y'all, I heard somebody say there was some they felt like on her end, on Janae, with Janae's family, they felt like it was a little controlling. I don't know, but I'm saying, like, how did you come downstairs? What was your manner? What was your tone? What was your mannerisms? And what was your tone? Like, were Janae and her daughter arguing? Like, what was it? And in that, if he came downstairs respectable, why would you call this man a B word? Do you just simply not like him, and you felt like anything the daughter felt like anything Philip said? I'm just gonna curse you out because I just don't like you on GP. Like, it's just some questions that I have. I don't know. I got questions. Okay. So, Philip's mom said her daughter can't be disrespectful to Philip. Now, hold up, mama. We gotta figure out how Philip. Now, she can't, because this you can't go at people's house being disrespectful, like point blank in the period. You just can't. But we also was not there, so it's his side, her side, Janae's side, and then there's the god awful truth. Okay, so the mom said she wanted to, just let Janae know that your daughter is grown, and that she shouldn't be disrespectful to Philip. And so that's when Janae gets upset. And this is where whoever says something about them being petty, they need to tone down their petty. This is where that comes in. Because Janae started to say, how are you going to tell me about my relationship with my kids and you don't even have a relationship with your son? And I'm just like, ugh, no. And his son was sitting right there. And I want to say his son, it looked like he's still in high school. Like, don't do that. You can't match that type of energy. So he was like, y'all see what I'm talking about? But see, we don't like that either. Because if none of these people was here, if the cameras was here, you would have a response to that. So I don't know. It's a lot. Like, yeah. So Jameer talks to Philip outside and said his sister, hey, my sister really just looking for some emotional support. And I think that's what she wanted. He was alluding, I think that's what the sister wanted Philip to be. But, you can't ask for, and I'm not saying that he doesn't have the wherewithal. All I'm saying is you can't ask for some emotional support for somebody who doesn't know how to give it to themselves. I'm just saying. So Janae goes into the closet. The camera sees her drinking. She has a drink in her bag. It made her look like she, be on that lick all the time. Okay. If you can't go to Bella Noche's, okay. I don't know. It just made her look sneaky. And sometimes I don't like how production do things, especially like on these family shows. Like we need direct. We need truth, not no drama. Okay? I mean, it's going to be drama, but we don't need this. So Philip feels Janae is emotionally unavailable. And it's like, I get what you're saying. But it's almost like Philip wants Janae to be always emotional supportive to him at all times. When most of the time, you're responsible for you. So you have to work on your own emotional stability. Like, you have to work on that. That is not for Janae to do. She's not like your dumping ground. She's not your emotional support doggy. You got to get a therapist and you got to work on these things. Anyway, Janae feels like she has to be available for anyone. I forgot about that part. And that's a lot. That's a lot when you feel like you have to be available for everybody and their stuff, their circumstances, and nobody's available. She didn't say nobody was available for her, but I'm willing to believe. Yeah. Tracy asks about her drinking and she gets defensive. Y'all, at some point, Janae to me looked like she was checked out. There were some moments where I'm looking at Janae and she looked like, I'm just here so I won't get fined. Okay. So Dr. Romney Tracy tells Philip that he's gonna meet with Dr. Romney. She said and then I guess when they met with Dr. Romney, Tracy told Dr. Romney that their relationship is toxic. Philip feels like, again, that Janae's not there emotionally, because Janae's not there for herself emotionally. Like, Janae just looked checked out. Like, she's not a bad person. I don't get that. It's just that I think when you pile, people forget when you start to pile on one person, everybody think this person is the strong one, and they may be. Aesthetically, they look strong. They're the caretaker. They take care of everything for the family and this and that. And y'all don't have the consideration for her. And like those things that she's trying to carry, and she still have to try to carry her own stuff, but she can't because she dropped her own stuff on the ground. Okay? She can't carry that because it's down there. Okay? I'm sorry. I hope y'all get what I'm saying. And I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Because she's trying to carry everybody else's stuff. I don't even think anybody asked, hey, Janae, how are you? You know. So, maybe that's why she drank. I don't know. Child, that's why she probably be on that lick. Okay? So, Janae feels like she is honest about her drinking, but Dr. Romney tells her that, ma'am, you like a little alcoholic, okay? So Dr. Romney tells Phillip, you yelling at people, that's a choice. And when you're in conflict, you can choose not to yell. But she also tells him that this is your trauma and this is you not being heard. She also feels like they should definitely put a hold on getting married. PJ, after Janae leaves, PJ comes. PJ tells his dad he didn't like the time he spent with his dad because of the drinking. And he said he wants his dad to be better. And so Phillip admits, like, I started distancing myself from you because the habit became more frequent. Like, he just started drinking more and more. And because of it, I had to distance myself away from my son. And that is probably one of the truest statements I have heard, like, really taking accountability. This is what you do. You say why. This is why. When I started drinking, the reason why I didn't I wasn't attentive to my son, because all I did was drink and it doesn't make it right, but still, he have a reason. There is a reason. His son knows why. Instead of just saying, oh, I don't know, it was somebody. No, he took accountability for his part. But he decided, and y'all, that was emotional too for me. He decided that, I'm gonna make this right. So we find out that Janae and Phillip both decide to postpone their wedding. And in conclusion, Phillip and PJ are hanging out, speaking regularly. Yeah. Y'all get what I'm saying? Yes. And so Phillip and Janae, they're actually in couples therapy. And then Janae says she cut back on that leak. Okay. This was a good episode. I was like, wait a minute. Y'all stressing my friend Janae. Okay. Oh, child. All right, y'all. Next time y'all will see me is tonight. Y'all, please come around there. I'll be live at 7:30. Yeah. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.